These are the members of our group.
Today we will learn about Piaget's theory of cognitive development. He was a psychologist and philosopher known for his work with children. His theory of cognitive development is called genetic epistemology, which can be identified by 4 different stages.
The school was run by Alfred Binet, the developer of the Sanford-Binet intelligence scale, and Piaget assisted in the marking of Binet's intelligence test. It was while he was helping to mark some of these tests that Piaget noticed that young children consistently gave wrong answers to certain questions. Piaget did not focus so much on the fact of the children's answers being wrong, but that young children consistently made types of mistakes that older children and adults did not. This led him to the theory that young children's cognitive processes are inherently different from those of adults. Ultimately, he was to propose a global theory of cognitive developmental stages in which individuals exhibit certain common patterns of cognition in each period of development.
Can I see this?
As we have seen in the above video, the sensory motor stages ages birth to 2 years. Major characteristics and developmental changes. The infant knows the world through their movements and sensations. Children learn about the world through basic actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. Infants learn that things continue to exist even though they cannot be seen. Object permanence. They are separated beings from the people and object around them.
So today, was good. Did ma'am Angel give any homework to you? Call this, come on, call.
Tall, taller, tallest.
As we have seen in the above video, the pre-operational stage, ages from 2 years to 7 years. Major characteristic and developmental changes. Children begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. Children at this stage tend to be egocentric and struggle to see things from the perspective of others. While they are getting better with languages and thinking, they still tend to think about things in very concrete terms.
Mama, can I see what you're looking at?
You ate your Tiffin food? Okay. You shared with your friends?
Mama, this was a on the picture.
Yeah, his uncle just showed you.
As we have seen in the above video, the concrete operational stage, ages 7 years to 11 years. Major characteristic and developmental changes. During this stage, children begin to think logically about concrete events. They begin to understand the concept of conservation. For example, the amount of liquid in a short wide cup is equal to that in a tall skinny glass. Their thinking becomes more logical and organized, but still very concrete. Children begin to use inductive logic or reasoning from specific information to general principle. As we have seen in the above video, the formal operational stages, age 12 and up, major characteristic and developmental changes. At this stage, the adolescent or the young adult begin to think abstractly and reason about hypothetical problems. Abstract thought emerges. Teens begin to think more about moral, philosophical, ethical, social, and political issues that require theoretical and abstract reasoning. Begin to use deductive logic or reasoning from a general principle to specific information.